Welcome to Learn to Live Stress-Free. This is Christine Wright with Dr. Robert Wright Jr. of www.stressfreenow.info.
Hi, this is Dr. Bob coming to you today from Sydney, Canada. I am on the other side of the ship now, and this is the actual place where we're sitting in the lounge chairs that I mentioned in another video, which transported me figuratively to another place. And so that place was, if I'm going to show you now, when I was sitting there, this place could be this could be New Haven, Connecticut. This could be Burlington, Vermont. This could be Bar Harbor, Maine. And so I just wanted to give you a shot of the type of houses that were here as I was sitting. And I was like, oh my gosh, where am I? And so when I closed my eyes, what I noticed, I had the feeling sense of being so relaxed. And so that's one of the benefits of traveling. And so here are the lounge chairs where I was sitting. And so as I sat here and I saw the tour bus go up this road, and I started to look at the type of houses that were here. And I said, oh my goodness, this is amazing. And so this was fantastic. So there's some type of stone triangle there. I have no idea what that is, but even the type of trees. And I was just looking. I said, oh my gosh, this could be Pennsylvania. This could be Peekskill, New York. And so pretty amazing. And so what I want to talk to you about is this. So I started off my day unexpectedly missing my Tai Chi class. And so when that kind of thing happens, I always look to figure out how to turn lemons into lemonade. And so I've had a series of events because that would have been so positive today, that is because I did a time out. And so what I want to suggest to you is that when something untoward happens to you, so for example, I woke up late because I didn't sleep well, and so I missed the Tai Chi class. And so I decided to not allow that to determine how my day was going to start. And so I immediately began to look for what can I do to make my day better. And so the first thing I did was I found a crew member, and since I knew it was her birthday, that I sought her out and I gave her a happy birthday gift of $10. And that put a smile on her face, and that left me feeling good. And so, and then I came out here where these chairs were, and I said, oh my gosh, it's amazing how something so simple as just sitting still, and that is a key point. We are living at a time of so much stress, anxiety, chaos, negativity in the world. And so you need to do things that are going to allow you to have a release valve. So think of a steam kettle, and you're going through your day and it's heating up, heating up, heating up. And so if you don't have some type of release valve, some type of stress management, wellness tool or technique that to help you, then what happens to a tea kettle when it has no release valve and the flame keeps going, right? It either boils over, it either explodes, or the water boils out, and then if it keeps going, then it could cause a fire. So in any event, none of those scenarios are good. And so if you think about it on the human body, this is what burnout is all about. It's like, don't hit that wall, right? You wouldn't bring your car home and park it in the garage or your driveway and leave the car running. But that's what we do with our bodies many times. We come home and we don't turn our head off, right? Still going, going, going. You know, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. You got a text from your boss. I want this on my desk at 7 a.m. So that issue is beyond the scope of this discussion. However, the bottom line is to, whenever something happens, figure out how you can shift the locus of control in your favor. So here's what I did. So I came out here and I sat and I looked at that street, and then that took me to really creative imagination space that was fantastic. And I basically hadn't planned on getting off the ship, but because I saw that street behind me, I decided to get off the ship. And when I got off the ship, I met 4 or 5 people that I would not have met. And so I had amazing conversations. I learned things here about Canada that I would not have known. I learned some things that are going to be helpful in my business. And the main thing that I came away from going ashore here was that I saw that the energy was good, because there are places that I've gone where the energy is not good. And so I actually commented about that to a couple of people. And so I just want to show you again what it looks like here on the deck. And as you can see, there's some people here walking in front of the triangle full of rocks. And so this really cool. And as you can see, there are a couple of lounge chairs here, right? And so I'm going to show you this way what it looks like on the dock. And look, so there are all these chairs. So there's nobody sitting in the chairs because everybody's ashore or doing something else. But I have to tell you that unexpectedly, what's happened is that by sitting in this chair, and it just created a fantastic thing. So so here's a tour bus coming in, and what I want to say to you is that get into the habit of learning how to do nothing. I know that sounds counterintuitive or ridiculous to some people who feel like they always have to be doing something. But what you want to do is get to a still point, and that is where you're still. And when you achieve still point, you will find that it causes a shift in your consciousness. And so however you achieve that, through meditation, through prayer, through yoga, through biofeedback, or feedback, the issue is to be still. And once you are still, you'll find that your perception of what's going on in the world, because we're basically energy beings, and we're surrounded by vibrational frequencies. We normally don't pay attention to that, but once you enter stillness, you get to a place where you don't need to use words. And so it's not even about a picture, it's about a feeling sense, and you begin to feel into the experience. So this is Dr. Bob telling you to consider increasing your locus of control when you experience an upsetting event or moment, because all the research shows that when you increase your locus of control, you decrease the reactivity of your sympathetic nervous system, and you boost the reactivity of your parasympathetic nervous system. Why does that matter? Because the sympathetic nervous system generates cortisol, adrenaline, and noradrenaline. These are your fight and flight neurochemicals that put you in emergency mode. And so if you're in an actual emergency, that's great. You need these things. But and that is called acute stress. But if you stay in a heightened emergency mode, think about it like this. Even a third grader can understand this. If you take your fist and you just tighten it like this, and you just hold your hand, you keep holding your hand. This is how most people are living. They're keeping their fists, and they got their tense, their tense neck, back, just tension all throughout their body. So what happens when you keep your hand like this? Not good, right? And so there's times that you need to be in a fist, but most of the time you need to relax and loosen up. So we're living at a time of high chaos, high negativity. In fact, I'm at the point where I can't even turn on the TV for 30 seconds without seeing some bad news. And so if you allow that to embed into your consciousness, then that is going to take you down. So what I'm suggesting is to look at what you can control in any situation. And as you do that, you will begin to feel better. Sometimes it means you got to get out of a situation, right? Some people don't want to hear that. Some people are in bad situations. Could be in a bad job, could be in a bad relationship, or a bad place. So, for example, like I'm traveling and I'm looking for better places to live outside the United States because I'm tired of talking about the nonsense that's going on, right? So unless you've been living under a rock or in a cave, that needs no explanation. And so this is Dr. Bob wishing you well and hoping that you find ways to lower your stress. And in the next video, I'll give you a way, a simple way, where you can lower your stress, anxiety, and chronic pain simultaneously. So this is Dr. Bob signing off from stressfreenow.info. And if you like what you hear, please go to my YouTube channel, Stress Free Now Podcast, and give us a like and subscribe. And if you really like what you hear, give me a 5-star review. So this is Dr. Bob signing off. Until next time, be safe and be well.